Hey, what's up everybody? ForneverWorld here today to give my first impressions of Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations based off the demo. Just got done playing it and I just wanted to give my opinion on what I think they improved a bit so far from what I've seen from Storm 2 to the Generations game, and a little bit about the demo itself, talk to you guys about it and what I think so far based off this mini demo. Alright, so for starters, the demo, you get to play 3 matches. You get to play regular Naruto versus Sasuke, Shippuden, of course, Naruto versus Shippuden Sasuke. The second fight, you get to play as, I believe it's Sage Mode Naruto versus Pain. And then the third match is regular Naruto from Shippuden versus Madara or Toby. Basically, it's Toby's awakening, but he's not awakened. This is actually how he acts, and he teleports around and everything. Between the 3 matches, I gotta say, the Naruto versus Sasuke, I didn't really get too much of a difference from how they were in the Storm 2 game. Pretty much seemed more or less the same. I can tell you one thing though, most of the moves when they do their attacks and stuff were definitely reanimated a bit, but they more or less look very similar. There's a couple of different new moves I noticed with Sage Mode Naruto. There's a new combo with the toads. He uses the toads in there, and there's a couple of small differences, but for the most part his move set is particularly the same. Another thing I noticed is that the substitution bar, you could charge it up, so that's pretty handy, I guess you could say. And in the match between Sage Mode Naruto versus Pain, I also noticed, I believe, forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I believe in Storm 2 we can only go up to 4 tails, and in this one I believe it's 6 tails, but forgive me if I'm mistaken. You get 6 tails this time, going up against, when you want to use your awakening and stuff like that. And more or less it seemed very similar to Storm 2, I'm not going to lie. The biggest character change between the 4 characters that I've seen in action was definitely Toby, because this time he's not the goofy at all. I don't know if that's going to be included in the game, but because they basically like set up the scenarios of the story, and when you fighting Sasuke in the first match is takes place right in the beginning of Shippuden. You know how not, I guess not the beginning, but when they placed it in the anime anyway, that particular part. And then of course Sage Mode Naruto versus Pain was that particular point. And then the Naruto versus Toby or Madara fight actually takes place right after the Pain fight. Remember when he shows up to Naruto and Naruto's laying on the floor right there? So that's pretty much where it takes place. So it would be perfect for him to not act like you know goofy and stuff like that, since in this actual story he didn't act like that either at that particular point already. I gotta say though, with the game, again, it looks pretty similar. I could tell that they use the same skeleton, so to speak, and just like redid it again. You could see kind of differences, like, because I played the game so much, I could notice very small differences as far as like the characters look, their designs and stuff like that. It looks nearly identical, but you could kind of sort of see some differences here and there, especially some of the moves when Sage Mode Naruto does them, and particularly not the Rasen Shuriken. There's a couple of different moves where he does them, and you could kind of see that they were reanimated. So I guess that's kind of cool. But overall, I'm really looking forward to playing the game because, to be honest, based off the demo, I didn't really get a grasp of like anything in particularly hardcore new, like something that is like, oh man, this is 100% new. It's just for more or less, it's just like a refresher for those that haven't played Storm 2 in a while. Of course, I played it recently, so it wasn't too much of a refresher for me. Another thing I guess to note is that there are new maps in the game. Played in a couple of different maps that I really don't remember. I believe it was something like, felt like on top of a mountain or something like that. So a couple of different changes as far as that goes, as new maps, a couple of different tiny small changes with the combos with the characters, and basically having Madara or Toby, serious Toby anyway, in the game. So that's pretty cool because I don't believe it was an awakening. I believe that was actually a playable character, which is nice. But I'm really looking forward to playing the game more so than demo, because based off the demo, you would think you're playing Storm 2 more or less. It plays more or less the same. So I'm looking forward to the game actually. And demo, bit on the disappointing side just because it was just more of the same, more or less, and I was hoping for a little bit of a difference, maybe some characters we haven't played with before, so we could feel like, oh, I can't wait to play with him full time. So I probably would have recommended, if I was, of course, a part of the development of this particular demo, maybe throw Sasuke versus Raikage as a, just one match for the demo or something like that. But I guess they want to keep all the good stuff that we haven't experienced yet on the wraps until the game comes out. If you play the demo, let me know what you think of it. It's actually the only way to get your hands on the demo is, first of all, it's PS3 only. Unfortunately, sorry for a lot of you guys that have the Xbox, I know, but it's PS3 only, and you also need a Japanese account, and you got to download it from the Japanese PSN store. So you need those two things, which is a little bit difficult, but I'm sure there's videos, tutorials on how to get a Japanese account if you really want to. And yeah, so again, I'd recommend probably the demo if you really like. If you play Storm 2 enough, you really don't need a demo. Just wait for Generations because the demo wasn't anything glorious and magnificent like that. Anything like that. But it was pretty fun. I'd say that definitely because being able to play against Serious Toby was pretty fun, and it wasn't an awakening. And seeing a couple of different things like being able to charge up the substitution bar, I really like that as an addition. And yeah. Let me know what you, again, if you played the demo, what you thought of it. Are you excited still for Storm Generations based off that, or do you feel like it's too much of the same for your particularly taste? Let me know in the comment section below, or with a video response on the demo, if you, again, your thoughts. But that's all I have for this particular video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you're still picking up Storm Generations, even though the demo felt a bit of the same. For ForneverWorld, and have an awesome day, people.